Welcome to this edition of the Ultimate Combat Experience. I'm Mike Sidham, and I'm standing out in front of what I think is one of the coolest stores on the planet, Big Rock Clothing Company. I'm here with the owner, Roger McGillis. Roger, this place is a little bit hard to find. Talk to the folks at home. Tell them what goes on here and how they can find the place.
Turn on your computer, go into bigrockclothing.com. Easy to find. It'll pull up a map, and you'll have directions. Because we are a little bit hidden. We're the hidden store, bigrockclothing.com.
All right. Now, Roger, talk to us. Tell us what's inside those big red doors over there.
50 brands of men's denim, 50 brands of women's denim, the best you'll find. If you want to look different than most of your friends, come down here. We have what you want.
All right, now you're going to see what I'm talking about as we go on through the show, because we're going to be going inside in just a moment. But let's talk a little bit about the fist fights. Oliver Bradstreet, a guy who needs no introduction in our show, going up a kid named Fabio Serao, a kid from Brazil that I've seen the kid. He looks tough as nails. This is going to be a tough test for Oliver Bradstreet. It's the Ultimate Combat Experience at Big Rock Clothing, coming right at you.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The Ultimate Combat Experience starts now.
Warriors of the ultimate fight. Get in the ring for the ultimate fight. I say we warriors of the ultimate fight. Get in the ring for the ultimate fight. I say we warriors of the ultimate fight. Get in the ring for the ultimate fight. I say we warriors of the ultimate fight. Get in the ring for the ultimate fight.
I'm standing here with store manager Jason Nelson. Jason, you got some pretty cool stuff here.
Yeah, we've got all the top lines. For instance, William Rass. We've got about 15 different lines in William Rass.
This goes on a lady, right?
It does.
I'm going to tell you what, gentlemen, if you haven't seen this on a lady, you should, man. It's ridiculously good. All right, Ryan Hillstead and Sooksam Simpleman going to mix it up in a featherweight no-holds-barred matchup. Check it out. Ryan, it's been a long time since I've seen anything on a lady, but as if memory serves, I understand it looks good still.
You know what? I'm glad you asked that question, because I would have asked the same exact thing.
All right, speaking of now, Sooksam Simpleman. This guy is a pretty cool cat, 5'6", 145. Calls himself an independent fighter, but I understand he's been training with some pretty good folks up there in Sunset, Utah. But he's going up against the mullet, man. This is the mullet. You've heard of the mullet. This is the mullet.
Wow.
That's all you have to say?
That's, wow.
I've never seen a more beautiful mullet. 5'8", 143 is Ryan Hillstead, and he's a beautiful man, I got to admit.
You can tell he's fed it, cared for it, loved it.
I'm telling you what, he cares for his mullet. You know, I live in West Valley. I see a lot of them. That's a cared for mullet right there.
It is, well groomed.
All right. Touch of the gloves, and here we go. The little guys, 145-pounders, weight class you're a little familiar with, Brian?
Yes, in my better days. Wow.
Well, we've seen a foul, and you've made Dave angry. Now, Dave's arms are as big as you guys' bodies are, so you don't want to make Dave angry.
This should be good, you know, just if for nothing else to watch Dave kick the crap out of these guys once the fight's over.
Dave's going to launch one of these guys before the fight's over. If any more of that shenanigans goes on.
We'll take, nice knee.
Man.
Oh, 2 of them.
Hey, this kid can fight. This kid showed up here looking like, you know, he was all hair. And,
Dave already got snuck in a sucker punch.
That was the hardest shot we've heard.
Behind.
Yeah, Dave just smacked him. You heard him across the room.
Like I said, you will never see Dave Hillstead do that to someone over 170 pounds.
No, that's true, man. He gets awful puffy.
You can see the welt developing.
I know, from Dave's smack on the back.
I hope Simpleman can get out of this this mount and make a fight of this. But man.
Oh, right there, you see it.
There
nice
he goes.
job. Nice work.
He's half to the back. All
well,
right. Excellent.
One thing notable, though, you can see is that Hillstead's hair is not messed up, and we've been in some situations where typically it would be.
You know, not at all. And you know, I have to admit, he's really brought the fight to this guy.
There you go.
It might be over. He's got his hooks in.
This could be it, man. This Hillstead kid
he's
can
prone to
fight.
mount and everything. This is a beautiful example of a textbook choke. This is really, really good. What did you say that Hillstead trained?
He trains with some tough hombres is where he trains. I'm not really sure exactly where, but it looks like he's got this thing on. And Suki's doing a good job of fighting this choke off, but
he's got a long ways to
do
go.
It for a whole minute left.
Minute and 9 seconds.
That looked like a tap right there.
There it is.
Well,
wow.
Dave's mad. He doesn't get to hit anybody again. But Sooksam, man, I think he just got caught got a little caught off guard by this kid.
You know, I think everybody would have. That he really showed some skills.
And we know Sooksam to be a kid that can fight. You know, he's no slouch. He's been doing some damage here in the Ultimate Combat experience, but didn't really get into second gear here tonight. The hillbilly, Ryan Hillstead, looking like it's another day at the office. Great Clips is home of the $10 haircut. Also pick up $10 UCE tickets only at participating locations.
Suki, what happened, bro? I thought it was Money in the Bank tonight.
That's what I thought, but I came in, got in trouble off the bat, and got in the rear naked choke, got out of it, and got back right into it, and unfortunately couldn't get out of that.
Suki, I'm telling you right now, there's like 400 websites to find out how to not get choked on the rear when you're naked. But there's a few that are MMA related as well, brother. Suki, I want to see you back in here as soon as possible. How about you and Icy Hot? How about that?
What's that?
Icy Hot.
Oh, yeah.
Are you Army strong? Find out what it takes to be a soldier in the U.S. Army at GoArmy.com.
How'd you think about it?
I love them all.
You love all your fans, or you love all the fights? You been in a lot of street fights, bro?
Quite a few.
Yeah, it happens. Unless you're watching from county, it doesn't happen. You misunderstood what we were saying. All right, bro, what's your plans for the future, man? You look pretty tough tonight.
I want to fight. Whoever will let me fight, I want to fight.
I'm telling you right now, I got an email before the fight. They said, you can try out for Nickelback, and if you whoop Chad Kroger's ass, you got a spot.
As long as I can keep my mullet, man.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Mullet's rock. You never know what you got till it's gone. So, you got anyone you want to thank? Where do you go from here?
I'd like to thank Stomp for giving me t-shirts and lining this up.
Hold that up, hold it up. Stomp MMA gear, baby.
And I'd like to thank my mama for making me tough. And last, I'd like to thank Mike for letting me come and play in your house. Let me come and play in your house.
Easily the coolest mullet I've seen since 1985, and I was there in 1985 when that mullet was cool the first time. Ryan Hillstead coming away with a big win. But Ashley, I got to tell you, when I come down here, I really appreciate the fact that you girls know what customer service is all about. Tell the folks at home what I'm talking about.
Yeah, we always make sure you have 100% customer service. We won't leave your side. We're always by the dressing room, so whenever you need a size, we'll be right there ready for you.
Listen to this girl, so articulate and beautiful too. We got more of the Ultimate Combat. Stick around. This is one of the hardest times I've ever had doing this show because Laguna Beach.
Yes.
My goodness gracious, the lovely Felicia. You happen to like this brand, right?
Yes, they're my favorite brand.
They're becoming my favorite brand. Jacob Cotrell and Andy Witt in a light heavyweight nose bar. Check it out. Brian, I've never felt so old in my life. Those youngsters.
My eyes were covered. I don't know if I was allowed to see that one. So.
You probably should have, man. She was out of both of our leagues, my man. Andy Witt, L7. They call him L7 because he's a square, and you see right there, he's a lot of fun at parties. 6 foot tall, 187 is the man from Murray. Going up against a pretty big guy, this Iron Man. He's a pretty imposing figure, Jacob Cotrell.
Wow, to look at them, you know, across the screen from each other, I'd put them in 2 separate weight classes.
Yeah. Well, Jacob Cotrell, 5'11", 203 from the Ogden area. You call him OG Den. Yeah, you're right. He looks like he swallowed it in Andy Witt. All right, now Dave is going to behave himself, right? These guys are about his size.
He will ask them politely. You will never see him slap someone in the back like
please,
he just
gentlemen,
did those.
break up, please.
Well, they don't waste any time. It looks like Cotrell's coming forward with a jab cross.
Andy Witt trying to get clinch of some sort, but boy, he's just taking too many shots there.
Boy, he's got to get his head up. You know, I see this week in and week out. Those of you watching at home, you know, if you're training yourself, you've got to train yourself not to put your head down to get out of the way of punches. It's not a there, and that's why.
Oh man,
that is a 205-pound knee moving like a freight train at your face.
And he's taken several of them. That's kind of a testament to Andy Witt. That's how tough he is. But at the same time, you don't want to take too many of those.
Yeah, you don't want to block with your face. I mean, I don't know if.
Well, that's pretty good advice.
That's sage advice or not, but.
Is that secret Mushin advice there? Did you let the cat out of the bag?
I don't know much, but I know one thing, and that is you don't want to block with your face.
I'll tell you one thing that I have noticed is that the Mushin fighters are all so good looking, and maybe they've employed that strategy. Out west here, we tend to try to get hit in our face.
Well, you know, it's a cheap way to get a nose job.
Yeah, there you go. And we've got plenty of them. And right now,
Cotrell is
Andy
dominating.
Witt is getting a free nose job and an eye job and a mount. He's getting a face rearranged here.
Working quarter position. You know, I actually don't know if he's moved to the quarter position and almost a flanking position here. Well, I almost think he was doing more damage when he was head-to-head in what we call the north-south.
Well, he's also landed 3 illegal blows since he's moved to the backside here. He's landed to the back of the head, and Dave Slice said is whispering in his ear, please don't do that anymore.
Please don't do that anymore. I'm asking you nicely.
No, really, please.
He's sunk in a forearm possibly for a choke. He's getting a little high up. I think that's okay. He's aborted that, and I think rightly so. Good move.
Well, what he did is kind of a fat man roll right there, just kind of bellied into him and shoved Andy Witt over to his side, and now here come the bombs.
You know, sometimes it doesn't need to be technical. It's just got to work, and it did.
Well, you know what, though? I'm telling you, Andy Witt is a tough kid. He's been in this situation before. He can endure quite a bit, and you see right here, he's still fighting underneath there. He's not rolling over for anybody.
Nope, he's got to get his hips off the mat and try to get those punches to, you know,
not hit his face.
Not hit his face. He's got to force Cotrell to use his hands for posts as opposed to just letting him sit up and drop bombs.
You see right there that Cotrell does have a tendency to kind of get his balance off a little bit, and if he'd buck or something, he's got to do something. When you're mounted like that by a much larger man, you got to do something, anything.
I'd like to see Cotrell maybe use, and a great reversal. And
wow.
Maybe Witt was just biding his time. Yeah,
I'm telling you, Andy Witt's a tough son of a gun.
Maybe this was the MMA version of the rope-a-dope.
Well,
wow.
The cage-a-dope?
The cage-a-dope.
All right, well, we're real good at that at my gym. We take a lot of shots. And I'm going to tell you right now, Mr. Cotrell, he's tired.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, it'll take it. He went for 3 minutes straight, punching, kicking, kneeing, and he didn't stop.
I see Andy Witt's father there giving him one or two words of advice. Tell him, get back in there and get after it.
I'll be interested here. He might just actually take him out in the second round.
I've seen fights like this where somebody's just so dominant in that first round, but you can tell.
And there it is. He's coming out with a full gas tank and the afterburner's lit. Look at him.
And Jacob Cotrell is pooped. He's flat tire. Oh, man.
Witt pushing the action.
Witt's in pretty good shape, too, for a kid that doesn't really train at it. Well, there you go. That's the great neutralizer.
It looks like he's rocked. The head's down. Oh!
Witt just gets rocked for a minute.
I'm telling you, it's so... I get nervous, watching
that. You do. You know what? Hey, this is not the prettiest fight you're going to see in the Ultimate Combat, but...
Lots of action.
Pretty good stuff.
Exciting to watch at the very least, but I just don't want to see Witt with the nose where his ear was supposed to be.
You know what this fight lacks? Defense.
It's completely overrated. Boy, he's taking those kicks to the back of the leg, and you can already tell they've had an effect. Yeah, he's trying to move his leg out of the way.
It lacks pretty offense and no defense.
You know what? it's an entertaining fight. This is.
You got to give both these guys credit. I know Jacob Cotrell is right now thinking in the back of his mind, man, this is a lot harder than it looks on TV. And Andy Witt's going, wow, those fists are hard.
One way or another, the fans are the ones who are really getting the benefit from this fight. I mean, it's an exciting fight. There's action.
Action, but keep your head up, Andy Witt. We're going to have to talk to him about that.
Looks like he's cut over his left eye, or in the left socket there.
We've been talking to Andy about keep your chin tucked in, and maybe he took us too literally. Those are baby knees now. Jacob's too tired.
You know what? Even as still, a baby knee at 205 is still a pretty heavy knee.
Well,
looks like he's taking this back. He's got a hook in.
He sure laid him down like a kid, didn't he? Now, let's see if he can finish him off here. Andy
looks like he's got an arm. Oh, nope, not yet.
And he's got to do something.
I think it's the writing's on the wall here.
Yeah,
you've got the fetal position defense, and that's just not going to cut it, even with the.
Well, what about when their slow motion punches aren't really landing? You got to kind of let it keep going, right?
You know, this is a tough one. I almost feel like, not to second guess Dave, but this might be one where
I would never second guess Dave ever.
Yeah, I think that maybe Andy is just, well,
except about that woman he married. I wouldn't have done that, but
I was about to say he's just a little too tough for his own good, but you know, there it is. You weathered the storm, and he weathered the storm, and now he's on top, delivering punishment. And now he's got the back. He might just finish it here with the rear naked with 20 seconds left in the round.
You know what I like about you, Brian? You totally ignored that comment. That was good. You ain't getting yourself in trouble, are you?
And there he goes. Oh, no, I thought he was tapping.
Oh, he is going to tap right here. That's it, right there.
What a beautiful fight. That is with 9 seconds left.
How many
Way to
times
go, Witt.
We counted Andy Witt out of this fight?
I did. I thought he was done.
Many times, and that goes to show, man, don't ever quit.
No, hey, right now the words of one of my coaches is ringing in my ears. Mike Diaz told me one time, you know, sometimes all you can do is survive, and there's nothing wrong with that, because if you survive long enough, sometimes something opens up, and there it was.
That's good stuff, and Andy Witt does not quit, my man. He's happy. He's got a little.
Good for you,
he's got
Andy.
some bruises to show for his visit to the cage tonight. But he's got
souvenir.
A big fat smile to go along with those bruises.
What a great fight.
That was good stuff. That was good stuff, and sorry about that comment, Mrs. Hillstead. Find top name brand clothing at unspeakable prices at Big Rock Clothing. Mention UCE and save 10%.
Jacob Cotrell. You opened a can of A-Whoop for like 4 minutes. I mean, that was like a brutal beating, man. And then he came back, he got you. What happened?
I just let him get it. Well, I didn't let him, but he got it. He's a better one.
Was it kind of like that story about how the turtle and the rabbit ran the race, and you were the rabbit? You stopped to smoke and drink, and then he caught up with you?
I got beat. He did good.
Are you Army strong? Find out what it takes to be a soldier in the U.S. Army at GoArmy.com.
He's like the U.S. economy, waiting for Barack Obama to bring us back, baby. Andy Witt, what's your plans for the future, besides for being an Everlast testing dummy?
Definitely come back, you know, first win after 3 fights, you know. Back in the winner's circle. This is my last light heavyweight fight, so I'm gonna train some more and fight middleweights.
And I'm telling you, I watch a lot of TV, right? I watch some of them Simpsons. When Homer Simpson fought and they just let the guy beat the out of him and then he came back. You're a little better than that, a little better than that. But that's kind of what it was like tonight, man. You were getting beat down and you brought it back, baby.
Well, you know, this sport's about heart, and I got a big heart for this sport.
On almost any given week, if you're watching the show, you'll see in the background one of these beautiful mugs right here. It just so happens they're shopping right here at Big Rock Clothing. What do you think of the store, Gary?
I've been coming to the store for, well, since they opened up. The owner, just make sure that he doesn't follow you around, because you end up buying 5 times as much as you used to buying.
He's so passionate about it, too. Oh, you're going to love these. Now, this is the lovely Lindsay. And Lindsay, I'm just going to say, Lindsay.
It's my favorite place to shop. This is where I come to do all my shopping.
This is where all the stalkers come to follow her here, man. All right, Andy Witt getting a big win tonight, man. What a great come-from-behind win. Wasn't that exciting, Gary?
I loved every second of it.
I can tell. We got more of the Ultimate Combat. Don't go anywhere. Coming up, we got a welterweight matchup between Jayson Dillard and Mike Dalton. But before we do, I want to talk a little bit about store hours. When can people come down here and check out Big Rock Clothing?
Well, Mike, we're open Monday through Friday, 10 till 6, and then Saturday and Sunday we're open 11 to 5.
Which is practically all the time. And I tell you, I come here a lot, and every time I come here, you're here. You know all about those long hours.
Yeah, I do. I'm here all the time, but it's a fun place to work. I love my job.
I'm telling you what, I love coming and seeing her. You got to come down and check it out.
Mike, too.
Check out this next matchup. Welterweight Knowles Bar, check it out. I got so distracted there, I forgot to mention who these two guys are. Jayson Dalton and Mike Dillard. A couple of roughnecks, I tell you, a couple of roughnecks.
You know what? I love these fights. I have to say, sometimes, you know, technique is pretty, but sometimes it's fun to just watch guys throw down.
The Hurricane, Jayson Dalton, 5'10", 164, from Hurricane, ironically enough, Utah, fighting the madman, Mike Dillard. And there you go. He's bouncing around like a madman. Mike Dillard actually was complaining about his last opponent having too much ground skills. He's going to want to stand and trade with Jayson Dalton. 6 foot tall, 174. So we're looking for a slugfest. And who better to referee the slugfest than Ethan Andrews? Now, Ethan will chew your head off if you get out of line.
Boy, you know what? I'm really excited for this fight. You got independent wow. You've got a lefty versus a righty.
And a whitey versus a what?
Oh,
man.
Whoa! Is he? I can't believe he's still up. Wow. Mike really, he caught him with a 2-3 punch combination and he was dazed.
Oh, man. You know,
Jason's done a really good job of fighting back and fighting out of that, fighting those cobwebs out of his head.
Is that what he's doing?
He's doing something.
Well,
here we go.
What's this ground stuff?
One-armed guillotine, and then it looks like it's in deep.
Oh, Mike Dillard,
and there
you
it is.
promised you were going to stand and trade with this kid. What is this? I'm upset.
I'm not. That was a great fight.
I'm upset. I'm angry. Jayson Dalton, false advertisement, man. Well, he's got a big win to show for it, though. He's coming in, gets a big win, and look at Mac Andrews, can't even keep a smile off his face. The Madman celebrating a big win here in the Ultimate Combat with a
lots of action
guillotine. Skull Candy, the official headphones of the UCE. Check out their complete line of headphones and accessories at skullcandy.com.
I thought I was watching Young Guns because them damn Dillards rode into town on a donkey and they shot everybody and won a damn fight.
You know, that just came out. I had to win again, man. I only got one win under my belt before tonight, so I had to get it. And I actually, I thought he was out cold over there against the fence, but he snapped back on me and then he gave me his head, so I had to just take it.
Yeah, but Dillard, everyone remembers your first win. Everybody remembers that first win. Where's you going from here, brother?
This guy's just gonna keep going up, man. I'm gonna keep coming out and fighting. I was supposed to fight another opponent. He wasn't ready, so.
Because he heard about them damn Dillards.
And you know, I think that's honestly what it was. I think he had a second thought, but either way, if he wanted to train more, which I respect that. He didn't want to come in unprepared. So hopefully in a couple weeks, I'll be fighting that guy.
All right, bro. Serious question though. When's your brother getting out? When's he coming back?
He's actually out tomorrow. He's pretty pissed off I fought tonight because he was able to miss it.
Where's he getting paroled from?
Just Cache County Jail.
Oh, just that Cache County Jail. They got the hot cocoa, the catfish sandwiches.
Hey man, it's the Cache Valley Hilton. You can't go wrong there.
I got arrested a few times. I can tell you right now, you can go wrong. You can get the hot cocoa, and you get the bad treatment. But them damn Dillards, they always get the good treatment. Thanks for being part of the experience. We're gonna see you again, brother.
For sure, thank you, I appreciate it.
That fight was so short, we got plenty of time to just kind of walk through the store and see who's here. And look who is here, the Grillmeister and Victor Cade from 97.5 The Blaze over here at Big Rock Clothing Company. What do you think of this store?
I think it's absolutely badass. The clothes are awesome, so you should come on down and check it out.
What about the chicks that work here?
Oh, yes, that's the first thing I saw when I walked in the store.
Victor Cade, I've known you a long time, my man, and I can't believe you're losing it like that. Hey, we got more of the Ultimate Combat. Don't go anywhere. I'm here with the latest girl band to hit the charts. Actually, and I'm here with these beautiful women. These girls are all the salespeople here at Big Rock Clothing, and I'm talking to Jessica. Jessica, what you got going on here?
We got the Laguna Beach, the green ones with the crystals on them. And then we have the pink Lagunas, and then we have the red Lagunas as well. They're all really popular.
And popular is good. And now let me tell you, these are cool looking pants, but you got to see what they look like on, ladies. Oh my goodness. Oh yeah, we got this fight coming up. Josh Delmark fighting this Ronnie Rogers guy. Check it out. Oh man, you had to interrupt my good time with these fights.
I'm glad you have those women model that, because again, I would have said, oh yeah, they are good looking pants, and put them on.
Well, you know, they might have looked beautiful on you as well.
That's why I learned to fight.
Yeah,
because I do that kind of stuff, and then people try to beat me up.
You have to learn how to fight. All right,
That's
5'9", 124. That is not a typo. This guy weighs 124. And so does this guy.
Wow.
The hand assassin. Now, Josh Delmark looks like he's in pretty good shape.
Oh, yeah. I saw Delmark work with against Aaron Okura a week or so ago, and he's a tough guy.
He's a short guy.
But look, you can see by looking at it, he's compact, he's well built, well put together.
He's short, extremely short.
I don't ever make short jokes.
You know what I like about you? You can make roses out of it. He's not short, he's compact.
Well, hey, I feel you know, Delmark.
You got a wide vocabulary.
I'm vertically challenged as well.
But not as vertically challenged as Delmark is.
Hey, he just used it to his advantage to bottom weave out of that punch. He's caught in a deep guillotine, though.
He is caught in a bit of a guillotine there, isn't he? Old Delmark, you should have kept your head up, Delmark.
You know, I've seen a lot of fighters use that kind of like a face lock, you know, brace to power out. That's not the method that I would particularly use, but it seems it worked. And again, it doesn't always have to be pretty. It just has to work.
Listen, we're not going to accuse Delmark of being too smart, but he got out of it. He got it. He did what he had to do to get out.
Worked a nice left kick. Looked like he even kind of,
oh, just ate a big right hand right down the pipe by Ronnie Rogers.
Rogers has his hands down by his waist. You know, I think sooner or later.
Keep him up. I think he's confident that Delmark can't reach his face.
Wow, Delmark's got a nice deep double. Wow.
Yeah.
I don't know what you call that. Is that a suplex?
I'm not sure what that was.
I think
that was a Josh Delmark special that only Josh Delmark can do, and you can only do that if you're pint size. And he got away with it because his opponent just kind of grabbed onto him and hung on, and there you go. But now let's do something from here.
You know, it looks like Delmark's working a single, and Rogers is just kind of holding and squeezing. I wonder how much. Oh,
Ethan's going to stand him back up. He says, "Get up, back up on your feet." He's going to chew old Ronnie Rogers out for knee into the head. You can't do that on the ground. You can do it if you're standing up, but you're not allowed to do that on the ground. And now I think old Ronnie Rogers is starting to figure things out.
Now, is there a standard? I mean, would there ever be a time where immediately Ethan would deduct a point for that?
I stopped trying to figure out what Ethan's going to do a long time ago. He could, you know.
Ooh,
wow, that was a big
Delmark
right
narrowly
hand.
misses the mark with that right, straight right. And it's just a matter of time with Rogers having his hands down his pants like that. He's got to get his hands up.
Well,
there it was.
That's it right there. You know what I think he was trying to do was he was trying to protect his pockets. He heard that Delmark was looking for money.
A little short on cash.
Trying to protect his pockets, and as a result, he got punched in his jaw.
Wow. Well, good for Delmark.
You know, you can do all those tricky moves if you don't have to get up very high off the ground to do them. It's not scary. Me, I'm so fat,
I don't even know what to say.
All right, nice work. Find top name brand clothing at unspeakable prices at Big Rock Clothing. Mention UCE and save 10%.
Josh Delmark, bro, you put up the turkey before this in the wrong way, 0-3. Tonight was your first win, man, and I'm telling you what, you look dang impressive.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. I owe it all to Ultimate Combat Training Center because they really want a strong team, and I've been putting in a lot of work with my losses, and they're helping out. I mean, Combat Cartel is going to be the.
Oh, man, Ronnie Rogers just ate one. Josh Delmark finally getting a big win. Now he can go buy those teeth he's always been wanting. Jessica, tell the folks another reason besides the obvious to come down here.
You can come down and buy your discount tickets for the fights and come see us.
That's the best reason. We got more of the Ultimate Combat. Don't go anywhere.
Anthony Barella, What's going on, man, up north at your guys' Muay Academy?
Well, we're bringing up Fabio Serao, and he's one of our black belt instructors, straight from Brazil. We're ready for this fight.
All right, what else is going on there? You guys are with Team Link now with Eddie Mori. You know, if you're in northern Utah, you guys need to come up and see his school and start training with him. They produce some of the best fighters in the state, period.
Yeah, we're Team Link affiliated. We periodically have Gabriel Gonzaga and a couple of the boys from Team Link come up and do seminars. So we're really, really close with Team Link. They come down quite a bit.
All right, man. If you guys are watching at home on TV, you guys need to, if you're in northern Utah, come up, see Eddie Mori, the academy. He don't speak a lot of English unless you're in there. He'll whoop your butt if you're up there. I'm telling you, this is the best northern county, you know, northern part of Utah trainer. And their gym just keeps producing and producing and producing fighters. Eddie, thank you for producing fighters, getting your fighters in the show. Thank you. Ollie, watch out.
We're wrapping things up here at Big Rock Clothing Company, and I ran into the guys from 97.5 The Blaze. Casey, the Grillmeister, out here, man. What's up, Casey?
How we doing, Mike?
Doing great, man. Did you get in to check out some of the clothes?
Oh, dude, I love this place. I mean, when I'm not rocking out, I'm in there buying some clothes. So.
Okay, we're done rocking out. We're on our way to the Ultimate Combat, and we're going to see the main event, a guy that I know you're kind of a fan of.
Ali, right?
Oliver Bradstreet. He's got a pretty tough test tonight.
Oh, who's he fighting?
You don't even want to know. This guy is big. He's mean. He's from Brazil. Fabio Serao, they call him, and all he's got his hands full.
I never heard of him, but I'm sure Ali can take him.
You may have heard of him after tonight at your main event. Check it out. I got a feeling a lot of people are going to say they've heard of this Fabio Serao after tonight. In watching him in the dressing room, the kid's the real deal. He's got good stand-up. He's a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt, training with some pretty quality guys up there in Ogden, and he says he's got what it takes to beat Oliver.
I love it. I love the contrast of styles. You know, Bradstreet's been working with the Extreme Couture. He brings his own, you know, his own tools to the cage.
Fell into the cage right there. Fabio is 5'9", 150. Oliver Bradstreet looks like he might have hurt himself on his way into the cage. But yeah, you're right. There's a great contrast between these two guys. Ollie 5'7", 140 pounds, training down there in Las Vegas, as you mentioned.
Wow. These guys are there's, you know, no fat on either of them. Yeah. They're both looking ripped out and ready to rock.
The only fat in that ring is in Dave Hillstead's head. And it ain't anywhere else on him. He's pretty chiseled himself. Touch of the gloves, and here we go. This fight promises to be one of the better fights we've seen in a while. You know,
what a nice contrast to some of the other fights where right off the get-go, there's no set of just guys wailing away, and to see these guys kind of
you're going to see a much more technical bout here.
For sure. And how interesting is this? Bradstreet's on the bottom, and the jiu-jitsu fighter's on the top. You got the wrestler on the bottom, and we've got the jiu-jitsu guy on top.
And the funny thing is, Bradstreet's never on the bottom, so that's a testament to how well-rounded this Serao kid is. Exactly. He was able to take Oliver Bradstreet down, and not very many people have been able to do that.
What a beautiful little cage walk by Bradstreet. That was a really, really awesome move, and now looks like he's in a front choke, maybe anaconda position here. But I'm sure Serao is, you know, seen this a million times before.
Yeah, wow, nice stuff. Oliver Bradstreet, he'll hit you from anywhere, and you see right there, he's hitting you from knees from north-south. Avoiding the head, Dave Hillstead, I think, was saying otherwise, but no, he's getting that knee around.
You know, I think this is a brilliant strategy by Oliver Bradstreet. I think that was probably, you know, a
was not a good
poor
idea.
Tactical decision. Yeah. And wow, Serao just chucks him off of his head. I mean, that's amazing right there.
Fun. This fight is fun to watch. Now you see Serao reversal of fortune. Now he's got Ollie in his guard. And Ollie's got to be very, very careful right here.
You know, this is really interesting, and again, kind of a catch position. Nope, and there he's got the arm behind the back trap.
Nice work, Ollie. Yeah, you know, hey, this is what I like about the Ultimate Combat. You'll see everything from a couple of guys just swinging at each other to some very technical fighters. You just never know what you're going to get when you come out to the show here tonight. And you see right here, what's he working on there?
Oliver Bradstreet's got the hand trap behind the back, and he's just trying to do damage with the left hand. Now, he's got to be careful because oh, he just popped out. It looks like Serao is looking for the triangle. Oh, and Oliver does a great job of keeping his left deltoid in front of Serao's right knee. Working knees to the coccyx or the tailbone.
Hey, watch your language.
Coccyx. Coccyx.
Oh, is that plural?
Ask Dr. Cacciamani.
I don't know, man.
Some short shoulder punches from Oliver there. Actually, he's doing, you know, Oliver's done some really good stuff here.
We've seen him be more busy on top, though. He's a little bit tentative here with this.
Well, I think it's difficult with Serao he's doing a really good job. It's hard to see from this angle, but Serao is using his left hand to get an overhook on Oliver's right arm, and it makes it really difficult for the guy on top to get enough distance to really bomb.
Well, all he does is able to get one shot in there, you know.
There he goes. Oliver just cleared the right hand, and now you're going to see more powerful strikes being rained down.
You know what, though? You throw those powerful strikes, and you see immediately Serao going for a submission. And, wow, Ollie did a great job of seeing it and countering it. That was an exciting way to finish the round. And I always say steal the round. Do you think Ollie stole the round with that last little combination?
I think I did. I mean, I almost, if I were a judge, I'd be inclined to almost forget about the takedown initiated by Serao.
Right. You know, and that's, you know, you are playing to the judges after all. If the fight goes 3 rounds, you've got to win on the judges' scorecards. And, you know, it's a tough one to score, but yeah, I always tell my guys, finish the round strong, because that's what's going to be left.
You know what? I would have
minds.
to give that round to Oliver on my unofficial scorecard, just because he actually did get a takedown, and he just did a little bit more with his positioning on top.
That cage crawl was a thing to watch too. I mean, you saw some really good stuff there. Now round number 2. What kind of alterations would you make in your game plan both ways?
Boy, it's hard to say. I think if I were Oliver, I would. You know, when you get into those control positions, rather than trying to go for a submission on a guy who's seen that a million times before, keep him in the control position and continue to punish him with strikes.
Okay, and for Fabio, what would you say?
You know what? It worked last time. I tried to put Oliver on his back. He could do it once. He could do it twice. Put him on his back and force him to fight.
You saw a nice leg kick from him a moment ago. I'm surprised he hasn't gone back to that, because clearly it hurt Oliver Bradstreet the first time. And then Oliver Bradstreet just pointed over to the corner and shot in.
That's when you know their game has really come up, is when they start throwing out the
that was hilarious. I don't know if you saw it, and I hope we get a chance to take a look at that on a replay, but Oliver Bradstreet pointed over to the corner and then shot in. Now finds himself once again in the guard of Fabio Serao.
Serao just narrowly missed what's called the Peruvian necktie there. I know the Mori Academy guys, they use that quite a bit, and I think that the sweat was just a little bit too slippery to finish it off.
Are they from Peru?
Actually, I know the story. I forgot the gentleman's name, but he was a Peruvian, and he used it a long time ago. Eric Paulson shows the same move, and it's a really good one, actually. It's basically an arm-in guillotine / anaconda. It's kind of like if the guillotine choke and the anaconda were to get married.
It's tricky stuff like that right there. And
he's done.
Yeah, that thing's on, man. I've never seen an armbar go on that fast. It just seemed like he had nothing, and then suddenly it was there.
He went inverted, and
wow,
man,
good stuff. And they're pretty excited about coming in here and beating Ollie.
Oh, they should be. Yeah. Rightly so. Oliver's a very accomplished.
You know what I like about this? That Ollie is that litmus test. Guys sit back and they watch, and they feel like, you know, if I can come in here and beat Oliver Bradstreet, then that's doing something, and I think that's great.
That was an excellent fight.
It was a lot of fun to watch. I really enjoyed that one. And I enjoyed the technical breakdown of the fight that you were given there. I learned a few things tonight, Mr. Yamasaki.
It was kind of fun. You know, a couple of those, sometimes I wonder if I'm doing an okay job as a commentator. It's hard when you've got guys just dropping bombs on each other, but in that fight you saw a lot of back and forth, and it's a great fight.
I think we're going to get a chance to take a look at what Oliver did here. Watch his face. That is awesome. That is classic right there, and that's what you get for that kind of stuff, Oliver. You get armbarred, and that was just a beautiful armbar, man. The way that went on, it went on slick, it went on fast, and it went on tight.
what you'd want to do is, if you're Oliver, is to walk your feet over the head of the guy arm barring you, and then
say 10 Hail Marys. Great fight, guys. Are you Army strong? Find out what it takes to be a soldier in the U.S. Army at GoArmy.com.
Ollie, man, you fought a guy tonight that is a legitimate black belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. He's not a guy that walked into some karate studio somewhere and paid for a black belt. This was the real deal.
He's a black belt, and he showed it. I mean, he totally just outclassed me tonight. Normally I can deal with stuff like that, but I was a little lazy trying to feel him out a little bit. But next time, for sure, I'll let my hands go a little better, a little quicker. Great fight. I got nothing bad against. He's a badass.
Ollie, I don't think he outclassed you. He caught you. He caught you in the second round. You took him, you got to the ground again. You thought, hey, maybe this guy's guard's not all this, and bam, slapped on the armbar.
Normally I'd try and bust guard first, but I thought I had it, and obviously I didn't.
All right, Ollie, where do we go from here? You want to fight the Razor, Steven Sharp? I heard there's a $1,000 challenge for Steve Sharp to step up, get back in the Ultimate Combat experience.
Regardless of the price, I'd love to fight Steve Sharp anytime, so whenever he's ready, bring it on anytime.
Hey, Razor, call me. I got your check, man. I want to see you fight Ollie. But
I'll ask from here on out a little more notice. We had 2 days, both of us. He outdid me today. A little more notice, and it'll be sweet. Anyone, really. I'll fight anyone my way.
All right, Ollie, anyone you need to thank? Tough Country, all those guys.
Yeah, I'd like to thank Tough Country. They helped me out back in the day. Tyler Ayers, DUI hotline.
He's helped me out. I got a few DUIs.
He's helped a lot of people out. Also, the Living Art Aquarium. Check them out. They do a saltwater aquarium. Sweet setups.
Out there in South Jordan?
They're actually in St. George, but they do some sweet stuff down there, man. Their store is like a frickin' lagoon trip or something. It's like an outing. It's sweet.
All right, Ollie Bradstreet. He wants a Razor. Step up, Razor. Step up.
Find top name brand clothing at unspeakable prices at Big Rock Clothing. Mention UCE and save 10%.
Fabio, you came into Utah. You took Utah's house back to Brazil, bro.
Oh man, very happy, Oliver Bradstreet is a very, very tough guy, and appreciate to take this fight. He said he was don't train too much, and me too. I get this fight like 2 days ago,
That they said 2 days ago. 2 days ago. Fabio, Eddie Murray said 2 days ago. They stepped up the same time Ollie did. Fabio got the win. Fabio got the win.
Oh man, so good. I'm very happy, and I'd like to say thanks for Kahuna Pools and thanks for Eddie. Man, this is the guy right here. This guy is a very, very good coach. Right? If you would like to learn BJJ, Brazilian BJJ, come to Warrior Academy.
Hey, if you live in northern Utah, don't be stupid. Don't go to Weber State. Don't go to some other community college. Go see Eddie Murray. They are it in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu in northern Utah. Right here, Eddie Murray, right here. This beautiful guy.
This is the guy, man. Thanks so much.
All right, anyone you need to thank? Any sponsors?
Yeah, thanks for Kahuna Pools. Gabriel Gonzaga is my partners,
Josh Hendricks, you're having a hard, short night tomorrow night.
And good luck for Gabriel Gonzaga because he's going to fight tomorrow, and you are going to Vegas to support him.
All right, the Eddie Murray Academy, they're bringing it. Utah, watch out.
That's going to put a wrap on a great episode of Fights. Oliver Bradstreet, man, we knew that kid was going to be tough. Fabio Serao, hopefully we get him back in the show again. Roger, I want to thank you so much for letting us come out and just invade your place another time here at the Big Rock Clothing Company. Once again, a longtime sponsor of the UCE. We appreciate it so much.
Thank you. Thanks for including us. And also, I just want to remind everybody, Big Rock Clothing is 15,000 square feet. We carry 1,500 brands in here. So come join us.
and 15 beautiful girls working here. But Jayson, talk to the folks at home. Tell them another reason why they might want to come down here.
Well, not only do we have 50 brands of denim, but we also have 25, 15, and 25 different lines of each of those brands. So come on down. We've got all the big names, and we should be able to beat everybody out on pricing.
All right, that's a lot of numbers. All I'm concentrating on are the 15 hot girls here at Big Rock Clothing Company. It's the ultimate combat experience. We'll see you next week.
Warrior.